Hare Krishna. I, Nilutpal Krsna Dasa, on behalf of Nilutpal Harikatha Amritam Group, welcome you all to today's discussion on Rath Yatra. Actually, Rath Yatra, the most waiting festival of Vaishnav, is already come to an end today, the 23rd July, in Purushottam Khetra or Siketra, Odisha. And today is a day when the conclusion ceremony will be observed with three utsaps, three festivals together. And they are Niladri Bije, I repeat, Niladri Bije, Goti Pahandi, and Rasagulla Divas, Rasagulla Day. So on this occasion, I would like to speak some significance and the importance of these three festivals together. Hare Krishna. So our point of discussion today will be mainly focused to Niladri Bije, Goti Pahandi, and finally Rasagulla Day. Rasagulla Day. So today is our 117th Hari Katha. Actually, we are giving these classes sequence by sequence, and today is 117th Hari Katha. And today's discussion, topic of discussion will be Niladri Bije. Niladri Bije, that is the homecoming for Holy Trinity. By Trinity, we mean the three deities, namely Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra. Niladri, the meaning of the word Niladri is Nila means blue, Adri means hill. It is often called that Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and with Sudarsana, they reside in Nilachala. Nilachala. That is a very famous shloka where it speaks like Nilachale Nivasayo Nittaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadravyam Sri Sri Jagannatha Yati Nama. Nilachale Nivasayo. Nivasayo means reside. Nilachal means Niladri, the name of the hill on which the Siketra or Sri Mandir is situated. The word Bije, actually it's an Uriya origin. Bije means resides, Vidajman. They came back to reside. So Niladri Bije means coming back of the Trinity after these 12 days of the festival Rath Yatra to the Nilachal or Niladri hill. And today they will observe also another very attractive festival called Goti Pahandi. So Pahandi is a festival in which the Trinity will come back or will bring back to the Ratna Shimhasan, means the altar inside the temple, from the chariots. And this whole procession is called Pahandi. The Pahandi is of two types. The first one is called Dhara Pahandi. I repeat, Dhara Pahandi. Dhara means continuous. That means the three deities are taken out from the Ratna Shimhasan to the chariot on the first day of Rath Yatra, where first they took out the Sudarsana, followed by Baladev, followed by Subhadra, and finally followed by Jagannath. These three deities together with Sudarsana are taken out in procession together, although in sequence, but all are taken out from Ratna Shimhasan to the chariot all together, and that Pahandi that procession is called Dhara Pahandi. But this is different. This is Goti Pahandi. Goti is also a Uriya word. The Goti word, meaning of the word Goti is individually. Although sequence, but individually, means one after the other. So in this procession, they took first the they take Sudarsana first from the chariot to the Sri Mandir and put in the Ratna Shimhasan, that means the altar. After that, they take Balabhadra, and after that Sudarsana, and after that finally Jagannath. So the Goti means individually, one after the other, and Pahandi is the procession. So this is also another festival the Vaishnavas will observe today. And finally, the Rasagulla Divas. The Rasagulla is a very sweet dish, which is very favorable for Mahalakshmi, Goddess Lakshmi Devi, and Jagannath. Today, Lord Jagannath attempting to appease Jagannath Lakshmi, a Goddess Lakshmi, by offering her Rasagulla, that means the sweet dish. And with this, there is a story we will tell them. We'll just going to discuss it after some time. So these three festivals, namely Niladri Bije, Goti Pahandi, and Rasagulla Divas, all will be observed today, the Friday, 23rd of July, 2021. It is said that in Jagannath, they observe 13 famous festivals, main festivals, in 12 months. That is, in Uriya, they say, Baro Mase Tero Utchav. That means 13 festivals in 12 months. And out of all these rituals, festivals, Jagannath Rath Yatra is most attractive and most interesting. And in Jagannath Rath Yatra, usually 5 to 7 lakhs of devotees, followers of Jagannath, they join in the Rath Yatra. Of course, this year and the last year also, the number of the devotees were restricted by the government because of COVID. But otherwise, usually lakhs and lakhs of people from all parts of the globe, they join in Jagannath Rath Yatra. So this Rath Yatra festival, Chariot Festival, the Car Festival, these rituals, among all the rituals, is considered to be the most interesting, most attractive. And in this Rath Yatra festival, the last ceremony is Niladri Bije. Niladri Bije is considered to be the concluding ritual of Rath Yatra. And as we have already discussed in our previous discourses, that the first day, Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra, they proceed to Gundisha temple, that is called the Car Festival, Rath Yatra, and there they stay, the three Lords, Lords Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra with Sudarsana, they stay for 7 days in between, and on the 8th day, they come back. That means first day is the Rath Yatra, 7 days in between. On the 9th day, the Ulta Yatra, return Rath Yatra, start from Gundisha temple to Sri Mandir. And after reaching there in front of the Lion Gate, the East Gate or the main gate, they observed again 3 festivals. The first one is Sonabesh. Sonabesh, in Sonabesh festival, we have already discussed it in our previous discourses, that in Sonabesh, the 3 deities, Jagannath, Balabhadra, Subhadra, they are decorated with gold ornaments. And these gold ornaments are of different types, and the total amount of gold used in this festival is around 208 kg. I repeat, 208 kg of pure gold. So these ornaments are decorated. Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra Mai, they are decorated with these golden ornaments. And this festival they call Shona, means gold, Ves means the dresses, golden dress festival. Actually, anything related to Jagannath is in Odisha called Boro. Boro is a Odia word, is a Sanskrit word. This Boro means grand. Anything related to Jagannath, Odia people call Boro. For example, they call Jagannath to be Boro Thakur. Boro Thakur means the grand deity. The road on which Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra are carried or pulled towards the Gundicha temple in Rath Yatra, the road is called Grand Road. Boro Dondo. Boro Dondo. Boro means grand, Dondo means road. And so in this way, this festival, we have seen that Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Mai, they are decorated with Boro ornaments, means the grand ornaments, weighing around 208 kg, and sometimes even more. It's not less. So these ornaments are also used by Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra is Boro or grand. Then Boro Thakur, then they mark the temple in which Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Mai reside is called Boro Mandir, means the grand temple. So anything related to Jagannath, always they call Boro. Boro means grand, the grand. And after Sunabes, there is another festival called Adhor Panna. I repeat, it's called Adhor Panna. Adhor means lips, and Panna means juice. So what they do, the devotees, they put, as you have seen in the picture, that they put big pots made of earthen pots, big pots full of juices, and these each pot contain around 100 liters of panna. Panna means the juice, and the tip of the pot generally touch the adhar. Adhar means lips of the deities, as you have seen in the picture, that the tip of the pot touches the lips of Jagannath. So this is what festival we call like Adhar Panna. Adhar means lip, Panna means juices. And in this way, the devotees offered, previously they offered 12 pots, but nowadays they reduce it to 9. Means each devotee are offered with 9 pots. And these pots contain, as I'm telling, 100 liters of juices. And this is for the pleasure of the Rakshaks. Rakshaks means those who protect the Rath during Rath Yatra. For them, this is offered, and when it is broken, the panna, they just flowed over the rocks, and it is not taken by any devotee, because this is specially made for God and Goddess who are residing over the chariot for this last 12 days. And this last ritual of the historic car festival, Chariot Festival, Rath Yatra, is Niladri Bije. And this conclusion ceremony is often called Niladri Bije. So Niladri Bije, it is celebrated on the Ashar Trayodasi. I'll tell you, Ashar is a Hindu or the Sanatan month, and Trayodasi is the 13th day. And there are 2 Trayodasis in a single month, as you know. The one is the bright side of moon, or is the dark side. And this is the bright side, means the waxing moon, during the waxing phase of the moon. And this Niladri Bije today is actually Ashar month Trayodasi. So this is the moon you see, this is Trayodasi's moon, and is going to get its full form 2 days after. Means tomorrow will be Chaturdasi, and day after tomorrow is Purnima, full moon. Anyway, today is Asar Troidosi, and in Asar Troidosi, generally this Niladri Bije Utsav is observed. Now we come to Goti Pahandi. As we have already discussed the meaning of the Goti. Goti means Gota. Gota means individual, one by one. And Pahandi is the procession by which their Lordship Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Sudarsana will taken back to the Ratna Shimhasan, the altar of Sri Mandir. So on this 12th day of Rath, after evening ritual, that means evening Arati, Sandhya Arati we often call, the deities return to Sri Mandir, the main temple, and deities are taken to the Ratna Shimhasan in the procession called Goti Pahandi. Goti Pahandi. The word Pahandi originates from a Sanskrit word, Sanskrit origin, called Pada Mundanam. There are two words actually. It's a cluster of two words. One word is Pada. Pada means the feet. Mundanam means movement. So Pada Mundanam means slow, very slow, step-by-step movement of the feet. And in this procession, usually Jagannath is taken back, Balabhadra is taken back, or even the Subhadra and Sudarsana, they are taken back very slowly. So they call it like Pahandi, Padamundanam, slow steps. So in local dialect, the meaning of Pahandi is slow step-by-step movement with spreading the feet. You see, they are not giving big steps, very small steps, slowly towards the Sri Mandir in this procession. So in this way, as you have seen, it's a very attractive and interesting festival in which you will see that Baladev, then Subhadra, then Jagannath, they are taken back to the Sri Mandir in procession one by one. In this picture you've seen, as we have already discussed, that first they will take Sudarsana in the first part of the picture, then Balabhadra, then Subhadra, and finally Jagannath. So Niladri Bije rituals is supposed to start today in the evening, as I'm telling, in the evening at 4 p.m. And while the Pahandi, Goti Pahandi probably will start today at 5 p.m. And all these rituals will be over by late night, like 10 p.m. And in Goti Pahandi, as we have discussed, Lord Sudarsana will be taken to Ratna Shimhasan, that means the main altar of the Sri Mandir first. From the chariot, they take Sudarsana first. So you see in the picture, Sudarsana is taken out from the chariot, and this Pahandi, Goti Pahandi start. And this procession, as you have seen, that they will take Sudarsana first to the temple, and they will just put them in the Shimhasan. And after that, then they will come back to the chariot, and this time they take Baladev. By this time, Sudarsana is already there in the altar, in the Ratna Shimhasan. And now they take Balabhadra from the Ratha, as you have seen. Balabhadra is taken out from the chariot, and the procession start towards the Sri Mandir. Pahandi start. This is Baladev Pahandi, Balabhadra's Pahandi. And finally, Subhadra. Not finally, this Jagannath is still waiting. So Subhadra will be taken out in the third step, Goti means state, plus state, individual. So Subhadra is taken out, and as you have seen in the picture, the very attractive procession where Subhadra is taken out from the chariot and they proceed towards the Ratna Shimhasan, altar of the main temple. So we discussed that in Goti Pahandi procession, the deities move one after another. It means next deity only moves from the chariot after the former deity reaches to his or her means Subhadra destination. So now come to the final Jagannath Pahandi. So here there is the problem. Why Lord Jagannath is not allowed to enter into the temple? That means his access to the temple is not free. Some trouble is there. So you see, the devotee tried to take out Jagannath from the chariot, and on the way he is obstructed by a group of devotees. So here is another festival start, ritual start. So before entering the main temple, a traditional act between the servitor of Lord Jagannath and Mahalakshmi was held at the main gate. I'm telling you what the main gate means, the lion gate, which is often guarded by Joy and Bije of the temple. So you've seen, before entering to the main gate, Jagannath procession is blocked, hindered by a group of devotees who are the servitor of Lakshmi Devi. Sevak, we often call Sevak, servant of Lakshmi Devi. So there is a conversation between the servants of Jagannath who are carrying Jagannath back to the temple and the Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi servants. Actually, Mahalakshmi, who is the consort of Lord Jagannath, was very angry as she was left in the main temple by Jagannath and was not a part of the trip to the Gundicha temple. That means 12 days before, when Jagannath started his journey from main temple to Gundicha temple, which was a grand festival, in that grand festival, Jagannath didn't take Mahalakshmi, who is the consort of Jagannath, with him to the Gundicha temple. And for that, Lakshmi Devi is very angry. There's another point, another also point why Mahalakshmi is angry with Jagannath. When Mahalakshmi found that, she finds that Jagannath is leaving her in the main temple and proceeds towards Gundicha temple, then on the 5th day, which is called Hera Panchami day, on the 5th day, she moves to Gundicha temple. But Jagannath had also closed the door when the goddess Mahalakshmi had come to meet him. So she got doubly angry. First, Jagannath left her in the temple. Second, when she proceeded to the Gundicha temple to meet Jagannath, Jagannath refused to give darshan. So Mahalakshmi is very angry. Is very angry because Jagannath refused her to have a darshan, to give a darshan during the Rath Yatra's Gundicha temple festival. So Mahalakshmi closed the temple gate now. Temple means this time the Sri Mandir temple gate on the face of Lord Jagannath in order to teach the Lord a lesson for not taking her along in his 9 days sojourn. So is the fate of Jagannath now. So look at this picture. Lakshmi Devi, Mahalakshmi Devi now closed the door for Jagannath. Okay, that you will not be allowed to get into the temple. You have to stay outside. Now the third dish will start. Rasagulla Divas. Rasagulla means a very sweet dish It's a very sweet dish which is very favorable for Mahalakshmi. Divasa means the day. So to Jagannath have seen that Mahalakshmi is very angry, so he wants to appease her, and he wants to give the ashes to the temple. So Lord Jagannath, he offers Rasagulla, means the sweet dish, and requested her to forgive him for his mistake. So Jagannath, you see in the picture that how Jagannath himself is offering Mahalakshmi her favorable, most favorable dish, Rasagulla, a sweet dish, and also requested her to forgive him for his mistake. And it is seen that today in the evening, the devotees of Jagannath also carry pots and pots of Rasagulla and handed over them to the servant of Mahalakshmi to please them. So that is also done. You see, the devotees of Jagannath, they carry pots and pots of Rasagulla and give them to the servants of Mahalakshmi, so that they hand it over to Mahalakshmi and Mahalakshmi will be pleased. This is Rasagulla. Gulla means actually spherical, and rasa means juices, sweet juices. These are spherical in shape and very sweet, and it's called Rasagulla. In the meantime, when Lakshmi Devi refuses Jagannath to enter into the temple, the servants of Jagannath who are carrying deity, the Lord Jagannath, they take Lord Jagannath to Bheta Mandap. I'll tell you about Bheta Mandap also. What is Bheta Mandap? Mandap means a pedestal, and Bheta means meeting place. Actually, in this mandapa, in this altar, it's a meeting place where Jagannath will meet the angry goddess Mahalakshmi, and he offer her Rasagulla. There are around 19 mandaps. Mandap means small pedestal inside the Jagannath temple. I'll just give you a mention of these mandaps, pedestals inside the Jagannath temple. They are, number one is Veta Mandap. It is a meeting pedestal. Then Chahani Mandap, looking pedestal. Then Snana Mandap, bathing pedestal. Then Prasada Mandap, it is a Bhoga offering, Prasada offering pedestal. Then Vaikuntha Mandap, then Bokula Mandap, then Bhoga Mandap, then Mukti means liberation, salvation Mandap, then Marjan Mandap, Marjan means marjan, means rubbing or scratch, cleaning. Then Jalakriya Mandap, then Navikata Mandap, then Deva Shabha Mandap, then Osinta Mandap, then Nata Mandap, Nata means drama, then Adapa Mandap, then Bali Mandap, then Ratna Mandap, then Dola Mandap, and finally Jagya Mandap. So these are the different pedestals inside the Jagannath temple where different festivals are observed. And now Jagannath, when it's refused by Lakshmi Devi, then the servant of Jagannath took him to the Bheta Mandap. Bheta means that meeting pedestal, where Jagannath will have a very close conversation with Lakshmi Devi privately. So you see, look at Jagannath. He is carrying Rasagulla, hiding back to please Lakshmi Devi, and moves towards the Bheta Mandap. It is believed that Lord Jagannath offers the sweet to appease Goddess Mahalakshmi and seek her forgiveness. So Jagannath, he himself offering this Rasagulla to Lakshmi Devi, as you have seen in the picture. And he also, with his one finger, he looked and pointed to the Jagannath temple and asked Lakshmi Devi, please, please allow me to get into this temple and reside me in the altar. I made mistake. I'm very sorry. And that's why I'm just giving you, offering you the sweetest Rasagulla, your most favorite dish, and please accept and forgive me. That is the mood of Jagannath. So after that, Jagannath is made to sit beside Lakshmi Devi, where a ritual of reunion is rehearsed. So there will be a rehearsal of reunioning of the Jagannath Mahaprabhu with Mahalakshmi. So you see, Jagannath sit very close to Mahalakshmi, and they have some very close conversation between. Very nice picture. Jagannath, he tried to please Lakshmi Devi, and he's playing some dice even to please her, you see. So many things occurs in the Veta, means meeting pedestal. Jagannath and Mahalakshmi. Very nice picture. Jagannath and Mahalakshmi. And after a long conversation, it's a long conversation, Goddess Mahalakshmi finally allows Mahaprabhu Jagannath to enter to Sri Mandir. So she opened the door and Jagannath is getting into the temple. And Mahalakshmi is pleased, and Mahalakshmi welcomes Jagannath to Sri Mandir. And finally, Lord Jagannath ascended the Ratna Shimhasan, the main altar, and he rejoined his brother Balabhadra, Subhadra, and of course Sudarsana. Sudarsana is already there in Goti Pahandi. Sudarsana is already there. Balabhadra is already there. Subhadra is already there in the Ratna Shimhasan. Only Jagannath is waiting. And now finally Jagannath ascended to the Ratna Shimhasan, and all the deities, their lordships are there in Ratna Shimhasan. And these devotees are very happy now. So they start dancing, you see. It's all are there inside the Ratna Shimhasan. So this auspicious day, the Niladri Bije, that is why is often known in Odisha as the Rasagulla Day or Rasagulla Divas. So we, in a very nutshell, try to describe this Niladri Bije, Goti Pahandi, and Rasagulla Day. So I'd like to request all the viewers, please subscribe our YouTube channel, Nilutpal Hari Katha Amritam. And because in this channel, we used to give Hari Kathas, that means discourses on Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all the Utsaps, the festivals related to him, and the other different types of vratas, fastings and others, even Ekadashi is also in this channel. So whenever it is, generally it is given in the local language, but when it is given in for international devotee, always there is a marking like global version. So global versions are generally in English or in Hindi, generally in English or in Hindi. So all these global versions are for international devotees. So with this, we just come to end. And if you like it, you please share this video with your friends, relatives, and well-wishers. And I'm repeating that the process is in the YouTube, you search Nilutpal Hari Katha Amritam. And today's class, today's discourse number is 170 numbers. This is a 170 number discourse of this year. We started number 1 from January 1, and today is the 23rd of July, and we have already completed 170 Hari Kathas. So I again pay my respectful obeisances to all the devotees and also the friends and well-wisher of our channel who join us regularly in Harikatha.